Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So today I'm going to actually be doing a first test run on a new phone that I actually had to purchase because of the fact that my old phone decided to basically unalive itself via its battery that overheated and would not charge anymore. So that was fun. Basically, we're talking about store finds. Nothing from the thrift store today. Nothing from Goodwill. Nothing loose. So we're gonna go through some carded stuff, and some of these are gonna be opened eventually. But for now, we're gonna keep everything in package for the sake of time, because I got a few pieces to show you. I'll start off with the cheap stuff and gradually, go through to some semi-premium and then premium castings that I picked up. Basically, I picked up stuff from Hot Wheels, stuff from Matchbox mostly, but I also do have another little, couple little other things that I picked up that are not from the major brands. So we'll get into that later. Well, actually, let's start off with an off-brand, if you will. We're talking about Maisto Fresh Metal. Picked this one up because I didn't have the casting. Honestly, it's not the most exciting thing in the world. Chevy Colorado. But, Maisto did a pretty good job at this. Decent front. Rear's got the badging. Obviously no lights because it's red. So that's the Maisto thing. And not only Maisto does this. So you have the less horrible wheels, the 5 spokes. They don't look great, but they're far from being the worst wheels that Maisto has released. No interior, and this one, thankfully, as opposed to example the F-150 Raptor casting, this one does retain a metal bed as opposed to a plastic one. Few pickups by Maisto do have a plastic bed, namely the fairly recently released, I believe last year, the Ford F-150 from like the late 60s to mid 70s kind of generation. So yeah, that one also got a plastic bed. So this one does not. And it's got the Z71 badging, Colorado on the side, which pretty much all Chevys now, they have the car name on the lower or mid section of the front door towards the A-pillar. Yeah, so overall, nice little day-to-day car. Nothing special, but hey, you know what? Why not? I mean, again, Maisto does remain pretty much the last of the actual dollar cars, so I'm definitely not going to complain about this. Thing I would complain about, though, is definitely Hot Wheels main lines. There's a ton of great releases, but distribution in the past couple months is horrible. Dollar stores are, getting cases, like maybe probably 5-6 cases behind. So earlier from this year or late from last year. And I mean, the Walmarts in Canada up here, there's dump bins, and obviously, Phil from Montreal Diecast Cafe actually had a rant about this. Just instead of stocking up the pegs, they just dump everything in the dump bin. Well, obviously, if you dump everything in the dump bin, 8, 10, 12 cases, well, first person that's going to be there, if it happens to not be a collector and less savory individual, they just take everything. And then there's nothing left but the fantasy castings. And until enough of it's sold, they don't change the content of the dump bins. So it's kind of sad. But hey, end rant. We'll keep it at 90 seconds for the rant. Don't want to get too much into it. Although there was pretty much close to nothing. I did pick up a casting I actually missed upon release because they basically got all taken because of that situation at Walmart. And now the case in question has started to drop in Dollaramas. So we're talking about the Mustang Dark Horse, the S650. I had managed to pick up the GTD fairly easily, but this one was elusive. I found it in a Dollarama, and today visited another Dollarama. There was like 4 or 5 of these on the pegs, so you know they're here. They're here. They're definitely here. So great new casting for 2025. Good front tampos. Well, you know the Hot Wheels standards. Good good tampos in the rear as well. Hot Wheels did a good job on this. It has mirrors. You do have some black tampo work on the roof, so three pass car. You know, the rain gutters as well as the little shark fin antenna and the surround for the power bulge on the hood. It's cool that it's blue. That's you know, factory color, because this blue is amazing. This matte blue, kind of like not that dark, but you know, kind of like a medium blue. I really like the shade. I like the color. The black Y5s work great on this. Yeah, really happy to find this one, because yeah, I was kind of bummed out when the GTD was there, because I knew that I had then therefore missed the dark horse. So now I have both, so happy about that. All right, that is the single only Hot Wheels mainline that I did purchase, unfortunately, because there was just nothing else. However, Matchbox is delivering pretty solidly. We're getting the latest cases. You know, I've had because of the whole phone situation I was describing, this is stuff that I found probably 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, something like that. So, you know, obviously, you know, it's not the newest of the new stuff, but it's pretty new, and it's the new 2025 card art, and it's new models, and, you know, some of them are new models at least. Some of them are recolors, but I did still pick them up because, you know, they're castings that I really like, and that, you know, example, I tell you the most basic one that I picked up that is a recolor is actually the Ford Police Interceptor, but recolored as a New York City taxi. Very cool. Very, very cool. You know, obviously it's kind of weird to have the police strobes as illustrated on the card art, but it kind of works on the car itself, because, I mean, it could be, you know, interpreted as a taxi, as a, you know, kind of like as a taxi thing there on the roof. But and some New York taxis do actually have bull bars like this, so you know, it's not that out of place. Now, unfortunately, this is only a 2-slide car with the it looks like it's done in the rear, but you know, it's just the side pass that gives you just that turn signal, so it looks good from the side on the card. Same thing for the front, basically, where you see the turn signal done, but the rest of the light is not. And unfortunately, in this case, the front details are a little bit harder to do, especially for the front grille, because the front grille is partially hidden from us because of that bull bar in front. So we'll see. Either way, I'm not sure I'm going to open it or anything like that. I'm more tempted to open a police version of the Taurus than this one. So either way, that is definitely a nice little piece to add, because I love New York taxis, so it's a cool thing to collect. Other non-new model that I picked up is the recolor in black of the Holden VF Commodore SSV. Some Aussie muscle, nice muscle sedan. This is the basis that served to introduce in North America the Chevy SS, which was a horrible flop because it was just not marketed at all. Well, this is the ADM version of it, I guess. So, obviously right-hand drive because it's from Australia. The 5 spokes work well on this car. It's a style that fits. Very nicely done front tampos. Very, very nice. And the rear is not bad, although basically because of the fact that it's a 2-pass car with front and back being done, we do miss out on the last portion of the turn signals, which you will actually find on the police liveried version of this, as the police liveried version does not have rear tampos. So, fun fact. But, yeah, I know that these are very hard to find in Australia because they're very scalped, so I feel for you guys. up here, we're very lucky because Holden is not something that is extreme, does not have a big fan base up here in Canada. Well, there's some fans of them, but since I lived in Australia, that's probably why I have an affinity to the brand. And yeah, there you go. Okay, now we're going to fall into 5 new castings that I managed to find. A lot of it is what Matchbox does best, so regular traffic. And of course, another thing that Matchbox does best is the non-modified classic cars. So first and foremost, let's do some regular traffic here. So picked up this very soccer mom looking Mercedes-Benz EQB. So your smaller electric SUV. The new naming. So this is a new casting from 2025. And yeah, so well done. Great details on the back, great details on the front. So, you know, same 5 spokes, because we all know, right? Matchbox loves to use and reuse those older wheels, but you know, they're coming out with a couple of designs, you know, that are slowly making their way into the main line. I really like their BBS style wheels, basically their mesh style wheels, the newer model that I believe was introduced on the current SL63 casting. That's close to its 3rd recolor at this point, I believe. Next up, another German electric car, the new 7 Series, or the current 7 Series, should I say, 2024 7 Series. Again, new model for 25. This thing is super ugly. I absolutely hate the looks, but, you know, seeing as I work for an automotive group that has 3 BMW dealers in their lineup of dealerships, well, hey, it's the latest and greatest. Guess, you know, I have to pick it up. Good choice for the twin 10 spokes on this car. It matches the look of a luxury car. Fit very well with the car's lines. And, you know, again, front rear tampos. Nothing else. Don't really need anything else, you know. Of course, you know, the little touches of chrome on the window surrounds and on the door handles would have been nice. But, I mean, it's not impossible to add after the fact. So, we'll see what happens there. Although, I don't see myself prioritizing opening this piece since, you know, it's a car I actually don't like, per se. All right, next we have 3rd and final EV of this whole showcase. The Cadillac Lyriq from 2024. Again, new model for 25. This one I don't hate. It's a very stylized car. Front and rear tampos again. It's a shame though. It's a shame that they weren't able to incorporate the rest of the rear light bar that goes all the way up on the C-pillar, I guess. Yeah, that'd be a C-pillar. As you can see, it's not painted in there, but all the rest of the rear is done, including the new fresh Cadillac logo. Front is done very well, no complaints. Looks good. I mean, I've seen a few of these on the road. You know, it's a good-looking car. It's not a car that, you know, I'm not a big fan of SUVs. I'm not a big fan of EVs, but, you know, if I was forced into purchasing an EV SUV, I'd definitely look at this over like a Tesla example. Although I would take a Rivian over this, so I don't know. Either way, that's a Cadillac for you. So second to last mainline we'll be checking out. Very happy that Matchbox released this. It is the 2021 Morgan three-wheeler. And basically, Hot Wheels did release a couple cases back their version of the Super Sport of this. But, you know, it looks modified. This looks stock. You got the V-twin in the front. By the way, no front tampos on this, so... But V-twin in the front, and yeah, not a whole lot of tampo work, but I mean, does it really need it? You do have tampos in the rear. Side, do we have tampos? I mean, I don't really see any tampos per se. Looking at it here, close up, no, there's really just rear tampos. Oh, well, yeah, they did put a little bit of tampo work on the front grille. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so that normally would have been green, that little silver part above the engine and the lights there. So I guess they did kind of like a top pass. And I love the color combo of British Racing Green with like kind of like the caramel interior, but yeah, they gotta do better on steering wheels for open roof cars. It's seriously not great, but it is right-hand drive at least. And you know, here's your version of those new wheels I was referring to, but in a super skinny format. So you know, they're okay looking wheels. I mean, they're not wire wheels like you see here, but they work with the car. And you have a tiny wheel in the back, as you can see. So this is a metal base, huh? So this is a metal on metal casting. Metal on metal. Wow, I haven't seen a metal on metal Matchbox in the main line since I don't remember when. Jeez, that's really cool, actually. Very, very cool. Okay, and last but definitely not least, the casting that has most excited me, new castings released by Matchbox in a very long time. We have this very, very nicely done 66 Chevelle wagon. Kind of looks stock on the card, looks a little bit lowered with those three spoke kind of like knockoff wheels. I love it. I love it. It looks good. It just looks a little bit modified, not so much. No tampos on the front, but that's okay because of the chrome base that lends itself to the front fascia. We do have some side details with the little chrome strip going along the waistline of the car. And we do have the badging on that rear fender, as you can see. And the rear details are all there. Badging, lights, and all. So... and as with a lot of wagons from Hot Wheels and Matchbox, the rear window is not there, but most of these wagons in the 60s and 70s had actually a roll-down rear window for, you know, in case you took the rear-facing third-row seats, then the rear window could be open to get a little bit of ventilation in the back. So, yeah, very nice. Nice beige, light beige color. Grayish beige, but you know, very period, very stock looking, very factory looking color. So there you go for the main lines. I did pick up a couple semi premiums. Sorry about that. One of which, both of which are going to be open in an alternate video where we're going to do a free Friday special, as opposed to a Friday finds. Picked up a couple Matchbox moving parts. Did pick up the second colorway of the Bizzarini 5300 GT. Definitely a car that I find extremely beautiful in real life. And I mean, it's just one of those cars. I mean, if you put out a new color, I'm probably going to get it, especially if you put the moving part as an opening hood. So I do have the red one loose. I don't know if this one I'm going to actually keep in package, you know, just because all my moving parts are loose. Maybe keeping one in package for reference to what the packaging looks like. Seeing if this weird foam thing will actually start to biodegrade over the years. Biodegrade, should I say? Degrade, right? Biodegrade. Either way. So we got another colorway of that. I'm just going to move these over so we can make a nice spread here. There we go. All right, and I'm really happy to find this because I did not find the first colorway of this car. The beautiful Porsche 356A. So basically the second or the first facelift version of the Porsche brand as a whole, right after the Pre-A with the split front windscreen. So again, engine cover opens. Fantastic. I'm all for it. With a little flat 4, air-cooled in the back. Nice dark gray color with a little bluish hue. And it's a gloss color. It's not metallic. And that is so very, you know, mid to late 50s for these cars. So Not a whole lot of metallic colors, more gloss colors than anything. So yeah, so this one does not have mirror, but at the end of the day, I mean, these cars only had one mirror anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not offended about that. And mirrors were an option, you know, they were not enforced as they are today, 75 years later, you know, 70 years later. But yeah, very happy to get my hands on this, so that is definitely going to be opened eventually. I did pick up a couple of Hot Wheels premiums as well. First one I picked up is a new casting, and a lot of people find this car kind of, you know, they don't get it basically. But this concept car is definitely one that captured my imagination when I was a young kid in the 80s. So it is the Lancia Strato Zero from the Hammer Drop Gold Series Premium. Aerodiscs kind of resemble, you know, it's kind of like an uprated in diameter kind of wheel that looks like the ones that are on the actual concept car. So, you know, I love this design. I love the wedge design from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Not everybody does, but I'm all for it. Very cool. It's cool to see this as a diecast, especially diecast by Hot Wheels. That you can actually find in the big box stores fairly easily, at least for that specific car. It's not everything is easy to find, even if it's mainline or from a mainline producing diecast manufacturer. I had skipped over this one previously, but decided that I wanted a third colorway of this and may open it, and it would be this one from TerraTrek, the FJ60 Toyota Land Cruiser. Good old TLC. It's green. It's got the retro side stripes. It's got full deco. It's a nicely done cast. It's super heavy. Love the wheel setup on this one. Kind of look like you know, what are they called? T37Vs basically. More you know, either small diameter, very strong offset for Japanese nostalgic cars, or for SUVs basically. So I love the tire design as well on this. Seems like it's a newer design, and it looks way better than example that little Mitsubishi that you see on the card art behind. It's on also the 6 spokes, but on oversized wheels with low profile tires that are slick, that don't have a tread. It would not get far, let's just say, on a trail like this. But you know, awesome classic Japanese truck. It's a Toyota. I love Toyotas, you know. Favorite Japanese brand with Nissan. Now probably more favorite if we take the overall history of the brand. But you know, I ain't gonna hate on that. So and last Hot Wheels Gold or Premium Series car is one that I'm really happy to find, and I'm kind of glad to have found it in Premium instead of finding it in the Silver Series. Would be the 66 Chevy Impala Coupe, this time from Fast and Furious, driven by Jason Momoa's character in one of the many movies. I mean, just that color is awesome. That Barney purple matte paint with the big Krager style 5 spokes, or torque thrust style, depending on which one you find is more accurate. You know, full deco, and it's the only one in the set that I really wanted. I mean, repeat, not a repeat, but I already have the lime green one out of the, what was it, American Roads or something like that. I don't know either. I don't remember. Either way, very happy to get a nice purple muscle car. For the first time in my area, I found a toy store, a game store, should I say, actually, because they do sell more like role-playing game items and stuff like that. They do carry a fair amount of diecast. They actually started to carry Autoworld, and I picked up this beauty because I did want to open another Autoworld up, and I do have the lowrider version, the Miho exclusive, the lowrider version of this car, which means this one is definitely going to get open. And I don't have this model year of Cadillac open. I believe it's a 75. Yeah, 75 in, what is this? Tarragon Gold Poly. So very cool. You know, Autoworld are good quality diecast. This is a heavy piece. And I think also, if I think about it, I think it's going to be the first Autoworld, like, American classic that I'm going to be setting loose when this gets set loose at a later time. Again, you know, I'm preparing stuff to crack open at a later, in a later video. So now last two pieces, and if you're still with me, thank you for hanging in there. Last two pieces we're going to check out. And again, these are two pieces. Well, at least one or two is going to get open. Maybe I'll keep one in package just to have packages reference what it looks like, basically. I picked up a couple more poster cars because they've been discounted. They were discounted, let's see, by about 15%. Seemingly they're not selling very well. You know, diecast resellers or diecast stores online or brick and mortar, they seem to want to get rid of these because they're not doing well. I decided to do pretty much what I did with the first one that I purchased, a Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. Decided to pick up a couple more that I knew I had fairly similar versions of Hot Wheels mainlines, so we get to do a compare when we do that Free It Friday video. First one that I picked up, probably one of my favorite cars of this brand made, is the Pagani Zonda F. Zonda is timeless, and yeah, definitely very nice in this Argentina blue. Love the gold rims. This was also there was also a second colorway of this in red, basically, that was also there at the same time, but I went with the blue because I know that I have, or I believe actually I do think I have a Pagani Zonda R. The second colorway in metallic blue, I believe I have that on short card that's not in great condition, so that's probably going to get a comparo there. So again, Zonda F and Zonda R, not the same. The F is a street version, a high, what's the word I'm looking for? Higher spec road version, whereas the R is track only. But yeah, I mean, seriously, they used to be $10, now they're down to $9. It's literally the same price as if you want to buy a Hot Wheels Premium at Walmart. And I mean, damn, this is good. I mean, this is good. Can't wait to open that one. And the blue on tan combo is really, really nice, at least in my opinion. Perfect. And last but definitely not least, and again, this is going to be compared to a recent release of the model by Hot Wheels in the main line. We have the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. The Chiron was just released in a metallic red by Hot Wheels in the main line. So we're going to be comparing that to this. So this one's two-tone paint though, black with the gloss red. And this would actually be Italian red and Nocturne black. I love how they write the colors, the factory color names on here. Just, I don't know, it's great. I like it. It's it makes it just that much more accurate, you know. Kind of like what Johnny Lightning does this, and Autoworld does this as well, put in the factory color names and whatnot. So I really appreciate that. So that would be my haul. So again, maybe 2 weeks ago, something like that. So hope you enjoyed checking these out. Look forward to me cracking some of these open. I've already started to compile, you know, a good base of cars to put on a good car show after cracking these open. Also, give me some feedback in the comments. How was the image quality? How was the sound quality? I mean, I know that my videos are very, very low res, you know, kind of off the cuff. There's no script and there's no research beforehand. It's just like, let's do it kind of thing. Let me know if you like the quality of this video, at least for sound and picture, versus the previous one. On that, I'll let you go. Wish you a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are on the clock at the time of watching this. I'll wish you the best luck on those pegs. Stay safe out there. Yeah, like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.